Why, hello there again, everybody, and welcome back to the past. That's right, we are back once again in Space Engineers 1. That's right, not 2, not 2. We've heard your concerns, we've heard your pleas. We will not be switching the series to SE2, not yet. It is nowhere near ready for a full series playthrough, or basically even just a review, which we have done, by the way. If you'd like to go see Magic and I's first impressions of Space Engineers 2, we did a big old live stream on it, and he's cut that down into a really neat little review video, which we will link in the description and you can find on screen. But that is a topic for the historians. Today, no, my children, today we must return to the present and seek the future. And also, that's a damn cool eclipse. It looks like it's one of those little, like, you know those derpy emojis from like 2008 scene cartoons? That's a reference that's gonna make sense to 3% of this audience, and I'm here for them all. I see you. We're seen forever, kids. I was there too. Don't worry. I had the long sleeve shirt under the short sleeve shirt over a hoodie. I remember all of it. Now, what were we doing in the previous episode? Ah, yes, we were fishing for stars. I remember, with the starfish over here. Name suggestions were pretty good. There were quite a lot of really nice ones. Some of them acronyms for largely unemployed and others. It just does feel a bit weird to put my name in every vessel. That's even for a guy like me who literally spends time immortalizing himself online, for better or worse, probably worse in my case. That's a bit too much. So we're going to stick with starfish for now. I have updated the design very slightly, mostly moving the remote control back a couple blocks just so that it's a little bit closer to the center of mass. It's still not directly over it because unfortunately that's this block right over here where that little screen is, the one I'm highlighting right now. That's the line we would need to be in, and there isn't really a good spot to put it, so it's still slightly forward of the center of mass, which might cause issues. And I think I found the solution for the GPS, or for the problem we were having with, you know, crashing into rocks and whatnot. Whoopsie, bad. And that's to use custom GPS points, which does kind of beg the question, why not just use PAM, Path Auto Miner, the one I already know a lot about? And I guess it's because in this particular case, we kind of want to be using the GPS, but you don't always need to use it. Sometimes you could just get away with just the connectors, so it's better to learn SAM because it can do both of those things. I don't know. I'm just a guy. Now, as you can see, I have set up a little bit of a route for our ship to follow here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and fire this up. I'm going to say go next on task 7. I had to remake the taskbar, so apologies if it's all in different places. And we're going to now fly over to a manually added GPS marker. Now, the way you do this is pretty straightforward. You just run a custom command with add and then the name of the GPS position you'd like to add to the list. I have not been able to figure out how to remove them. I think the command remove should do it. So in fact, let's try that. Let's go remove, because that's supposed to remove manually added markers, but I don't know if it's going to remove all of them or just the one. So I'm a little scared. Anyway, we've now reached our GPS position. This is not a position that you can see in the world. I was mistaken. I thought the way this would work is you create a GPS marker and then you give the script the name of the marker that you made and then it would fly to that position. That's not how it works. The script creates its own internal hidden marker at the point where the remote control is when you hit the command. And then the ship will fly to that. Which means, unfortunately, that we do still need to manually fly these to each of their entry points so we can set like an arrival position before we get into our docking connectors. Or we got to figure out a better design for the auto mine. One of the two applies. Anyway, I think the starfish is almost at the point now where it can be sent off and given its final boost. It just needs better thrust. I'll be honest, I think I'm just going to double up the thrusters on each side because it needs 2 meters per second in each direction. And I think we've got like 1.5 right now. It's just not enough. which is why the script is complaining. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit stop. We're going to hop out, and we're going to add an extra thruster in each direction. And when that's done, we're going to go ahead and fly this thing over to the iron mine, get its route set up, and have it flying. We'll also take a blueprint in the meantime, and then hopefully be able to build out a printer wall today so we can start mass manufacturing these things. We just got to make sure when we make the blueprint that we don't accidentally, we want to capture like the approach GPS, the one we've saved here for the banana base, but we don't really want to add the ones for all the other places. It might get a bit confusing. I guess if we name them well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and fix this, and I'll see you all in a second. Okie dokie, but there we go. Ship docked and ready. It's looking a little bit more beefy these days. All the thrusters are configured. Everything's looking good. We've now doubled it up, and I like how beefy it looks. However, we have a problem, which is that this ship, and I mean this ship specifically, is at 268 blocks, which you might note is a little bit above the 150 block limit I've currently awarded myself after blowing up one pirate ship. Meaning that if we want to get out there and blow some more stuff up, we're going to have to turn up the antenna, and we're going to have to go and attack some pirate unknown signals, which is definitely something I want to do. So I think this is what we're going to do. We're going to finish setting up this cargo route just for narrative continuity, but once it comes back after its first trip, we're going to dock this ship until such time as we are legally allowed to use that many blocks. I got completely distracted by the build process, and I think I want to do that again. So I definitely want to stick to the rules, but I do want to also finish setting this up for those of you who are interested. Once that's done, we will then pivot the focus of this episode to making an attack drone and a drone printer. The drone printer doubles up, so it's not exactly a loss. And using that, we will attack some pirates and hopefully get ourselves some more points. I'm going to consider it at the point where the pirate ship has been disabled, as in it's no longer able to fight back. It's going to be a value judgment. That's when we get the points. Okay. So let's go ahead and take control of our starfish. Let's go ahead and undock. And we're actually now going to need to fly ourselves to the other location. We need to go, we might as well use the navigation system for this. So I should be able to switch screens to configuration. There we go. We can select and remove these, and then just take me over to the iron dock. Oh, no, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Take me over to the iron dock. That's where I want to go. We'll have to just take over before we get there so we don't actually crash. And start the navigation. Okay, which way is it heading? I don't have the GPS up. I think it's that one over there. Yeah, it's the closer of the two. Okay, lovely. So we're going to fly over there. And when we get close, we will take over the ship and create another GPS marker to act as kind of like our approach vector. So that we fly to that first, and we'll make sure that lines up roughly with the connector we want to connect with. Oh yeah, we are zooming now. This is a much better thrust setup. Yeah, just doubling the thrusters, that's all what I needed to say. Excuse me, why is one of them not why are four of them not firing? I hope that's just a visual glitch. It better be. I will come for them. If I'm not mistaken, this thing uses thrust overrides in order to... Hold on. This thing uses thrust overrides in order to affect its movement. And it looks like, yeah, it's kind of turning them off and on. They're firing. They're firing. I guess it doesn't need all of them as yet. Suppose that makes sense. Oh, do you know what the issue is? I bet you I know what the issue is. Are they set up with Sam in their name? Do I need to give them Sam in their name? I don't think I do. I don't think it cares. Okay, stop the navigation for a moment. Because we need to set up our approach. Also, is that some nickel over there? If I had to guess, I would assume that was an asteroid impact. Hold on. Give me the camera. Oh, God. There. Oh, motion sickness. That is indeed a meteorite impact. It deposited a little bit of nickel. Okay, nothing too critical. Okay, let's put the banana stand GPS back on. I just want to line these up nicely so there's like a clear approach. So if our connector is over there, this is probably the approach we want to start with. We probably want this thing coming in to like here. Right, and I'm going to back it way off. We're going to give ourselves like 500 meters away. And then it can come in from this angle. I think that'll just be a bit more sensible. I'd say we're relatively lined up. That's the connector there, dead ahead of us. So let's straight, I'm genuinely going to go like 500 meters away just to give this thing the best chance of success. So it should fly in a straight line from there to here, and then from here to there. Okay, so now what do? We go, I want to switch my view so I can see what's in my list. I want to add a new GPS marker. So we're going to run add. This is going to be alpha approach. That's what we're going to call this one. Okay, you can add alpha, whatever. That's just the name of the command. And if I hit 7, it's added it in. There's alpha approach. Gorgeous. Okay, so let's try this out. So let's go down to here. Let's go ahead and remove that one. Okay, I'm going to add alpha approach first, and then I'm going to add the auto mine. And what I want to test out here is if we sort of fly away a little bit, maybe back towards the banana stand a touch. Okay, let's come to a halt now. Of course, that GPS marker is not on our radar. That's totally fine. What are we going to do instead? We are going to now hit 5 to start. Right, so let's switch screens. We're going to go to alpha approach first. Okay, so we are approaching station alpha. It's only taken me as long as it has. And really apologies for the long wait between episodes here. I've been quite busy with real life stuff. That's a story for a different video. But it's also been a bit of a pain learning how to use SAM. I wasn't aware. Okay, there we go. We've hit the alpha GPS marker. And now we should see it turn around. It's going to wait here for, I think, 10 seconds or so, 5 seconds or so. And then it should turn to its left and approach safely. Let's see how goofy it is. I do still think maybe I need to move that front camera forward. Apparently, it can't have anything in front of it. Including the connector, I suppose. But I'm wondering, maybe we can get away with our current setup, right? Maybe. Okay, so she's coming in fast. I think this is just the way we have to do it. If we're going to have these connectors like nestled in the rocks, this just might be a necessary solution. Because the script works really well on planets from what I've seen. Just because like it knows there's an expectation of where things are going to be. But in space, maybe we just got to handhold it a little bit. So we are currently in the approaching segment. Okay, it's lining itself up. So what do we want to see here? Hold on. Oh, I forgot. Here we want to select, we want to load. That's what we want to do. Don't worry about charging, just load. Okay, so we're here. And we are... Where's our cargo? Okay, our cargo is not yet filling. Just give it a moment. There we go. Okay, so the docking sorter is going to start... There we go, pumping ore into the ship. Okay, while that happens, let's go ahead and set up the rest of this. So right now, that's our approach. From here, we want to go back to alpha. Can I go to alpha again? It doesn't seem like I can. Okay, well, that's fine. Then just go straight to... Maybe I guess I want 2 GPS markers per... Oh, you know what? It's fine. Let's go to the banana stand approach. And then after banana stand approach, why don't you go ahead and dock with dock number 6. There we go. Okay. Let's see how that behaves. Okay, are we full up? We're full up. We have not yet undocked. Why didn't it work? Weird. Someone did mention it'll just use the stronger of the 2. Maybe we need to turn down the docking force on both of these. What if we take it down to like 0.2 on that one? And then, oh, that's even less than 0.2? Wow. Okay. Let's drop it by 30% on that one. Okay, and let's take control again. I think the script got bugged. Okay, if I tell you to 7, go next. Oh, you stupid idiot. Okay, well, we have lost the solar panel. Go previous. What is the issue? Why aren't you functioning? You're aligning, but you're not firing the thrusters. Approaching. No issues. Okay, hold on. Recompile. Okay. I don't think the script works, man. We might just have to... I think we might just end up manually flying this. We've spent so much time now doing this. My gyros are locked by the script. It won't work. Okay, so one more try. I'll give you one more attempt to live here. Okay. I'm going to go control 3. I'm going to say start navigation. Okay, you're lining up. Looking good. You've lost control of the thrusters. Okay, love that for us. Love that for us. See, now the problem is, if I go in here and I recompile the script, we're going to lose that GPS marker, aren't we? If I do this and this, something's happening, maybe? Yeah, no, the GPS is not working. Okay, what if I told you to go to banana stand approach? Okay, he's reorienting. Is this the one? Is this the moment? Come on, baby. I believe in you. Come on, autopilot. Any day now. Come on. Nope. No, I wouldn't want to go to work either. Like, we have enough thrust to move. You see that? You see that? You see the motion that's occurring? You see the motion in this particular ocean? It just won't do it. Dang thing just won't behave. Okay, Sam, you're on notice. We're done with you. I don't know what we're doing with this ship now. I was really hoping to have a cool network of drones flying between all the different mines, and then they're bringing the resources back to the banana stand, and then we use that to passively increase stuff. But at this point, we put the series on hold for like 3 weeks to try and get these things functional, and they're not getting functional. So I think we need to acknowledge the sunk cost fallacy at play here and put this thing on the shelf for the next few episodes while I let the comments figure out exactly what the hell I've done wrong with it. So that we have a clear strategy moving forward for how exactly we're going to fix this. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't understand. I think this is just bugged, right? That's probably it. The code is written in C. If any of you amazing gamers out there want to take a swing at it, see if you can figure out what's wrong with it, give it an update, I'd be happy to showcase it. But I think for now, my time with Sam in the sun has come to an end, and we're just going to pivot over to actually playing the computer game again. Okay, we're just going to pull into Dock 7 over here, unload everything we've got from this, and then figure out what we're doing next. And I'll be honest, I mean, even though we can't really use this ship right now, and the attack drones would be kind of a cool pivot, I think I'm pivoting again. I think this is the third pivot of the same episode within as many minutes. It's honestly, it's amazing anyone even watches this anymore. Let's build a large ship. Let's build a large grid ship, a mothership, if you will, that we can attach the drones to, and we'll use that to fly manually to the different stations around the place, and that is what will collect our ore for us and bring it back to the banana stand to expand our shipyards. That is the plan, I think. What do you guys think about that? That seems like a far more sane approach to me, because this is not working, and I am getting annoyed with it. And those are two things I don't want to do on a Monday morning. Okay, did that actually empty it out? Let's have a look. It did. It did. Lovely. Okay, it has slurped it all. And I guess I'll take that. You can't have it. It's mine now. Okay, Starfish, we knew you well. Chat, sincerely, comment section, sincerely, if you have any suggestions for what I am doing wrong, let me know so that I can get that thing functional. But realistically, I think that dream might have been a bit ambitious for this game. I love Space Engineers, but it has some pretty rock-solid limitations. And it turns out trying to do anything automated is sort of consistently one of them. This is pure naivete on my part to think that it would not go down that way. So, I think we can fairly safely say that the cargo routes are not going to be getting set up. So I'll put a slash in that one, or maybe a minus. Just being like, that's not happening. You know what's the opposite of an X? That's right, it's Y. So we'll put that in there. That one's just a no bueno. So that means the next thing to do is to set up the drone printer, and that's a good opportunity for us to have a little chat, and then I think set up a time-lapse camera. So I do not want to build the drone printer in this space. I already thought about converting this wall here into the printer itself so stuff could drop out the bottom. I think that would look really cool, but I also like the idea of this thing docking inside, and there wouldn't really be a way to fit them both. So maybe instead we smack the drone printer on the side. Although alternatively, that being like, as soon as I say it, I then think, well, wouldn't it be cool if we had a grinding pit up top, right? Like, so that there's like a big grinder pit on the top of the asteroid, and then, a printer at the bottom of the asteroid, and that means that ships kind of like, they go in the top and they come out the bottom. That, I mean, come on, there's like a certain, like, you gotta do that, right? We gotta do that, which means we're gonna have to find another place to dock the slong, but I guess that's just the cost of doing business around these parts. Okay, which means we need to build a welder. So walling up the sides here is going to help with that. I think we just accept that this is going to be the width that we have to work with. That's totally fine. I think having a bit of a constraint to the building adds some intrigue, some interest to it. So if that's our working width, we're going to want to gut these scaffoldings out. We need to get a conveyor connection down and through into here, which shouldn't be too hard. If I'm not mistaken, we got conveyor right there, so we could run it behind this wall. And we got a conveyor connection right there, yeah. So we could run it back here. We'll have an array of welders attached to a piston that pushes them down, and that could be really cool. And I think what we might do for this one, which is not something I typically do, I might embed a piston in the wall, have it fully extended, and then rather than pushing the welders down, we'll pull them down. Yeah, that could work. That could work. Yeah, or we have the welders here, and then our printer is a pull printer. I don't know. I need to think about that. Okay, let me consider, and we'll hit this with the time lapse. Let's get the walls sorted out first, and then we'll figure out how we're doing the actual printing. Okay, there we go. It's not the perfect thing, it might need a bit of dentistry, but it is indeed a wall at the base of the banana stand. So, okay, you know, we've achieved something. Now, I am stumped. I have no idea. I mean, I have a pretty clear idea of how we can build a welding wall to print out drones. Like, this is something I've done in every series so far. It's not complicated, but fitting it into the space aesthetically is going to be a challenge, I think, because I've got kind of two conflicting desires, and I guess I have to choose one, which I'm not very good at doing. The first desire is that it is incredibly funny to have this large silver schlong dock inside the banana stand.
5 more of the funniest giggity moments in Family Guy.
Like, just the concept of it flying in and docking within the hole. I mean, listen, the poetry of it is just, it's needed. There's a temptation to kind of, I don't know, find another place to stash it up in here or something, maybe on a display. We can just sort of clamp it down over there as a display piece. It doesn't do very much, but it is an integral part of this culture, okay? The second problem, though, is that we do have a bit of, well, space issues here, in that we could simply build a welder wall, right, like this. Like this would work. We could put it along the side here, and obviously, I mean, these aren't oriented correctly, but we could build just like a solid slab of welders all along this space. You know, assuming that we had the space to do it. Hold on. I'm gonna give you an idea. I think that corner piece is stuck because of the right testy is just kind of in the way, very slightly. But we could have a welder wall like this. Okay. Then a welder wall needs 2 components. You need a static component and an active component. You have to have it done like this or it won't work. You can have 2 static active components, but that's just asking for trouble in my opinion. So either the welders themselves need to be moved or the blueprint needs to be moved. But regardless, one of them has to move through the other. The simplest way to do it, and the most stable, like from a game engine perspective, is to have a welder wall like this. And then you have a piston with a projector on it that sort of lowers itself down into the build, like into the welding frame, and then the piston retracts the blueprint, and as it retracts, it gets printed layer by layer, kind of like 3D printing, right? You can do the inverse, where you have a static blueprint, and then you move the welders, like we did in Rover Quest, or you can have static welders and a moving piston, like we did in Season 1 of Sidonia Survival. Both of those are completely viable. Both of them work well. It's just the welders are heavier, especially when they're full of components, so putting them on a piston is more likely to have physics issues. Which means that we kind of have to make a compromise here, in that I think we need to accept that we're not going to be flying up into the base from the bottom anymore. And that's okay. Maybe we make another access point, like into that lower area. We could like go in through here, right? We could have the schlong dock on the side rather than through the back door, which is, I mean, maybe good for your like long-term colonic health anyway. So let's do this. Okay, we're gonna take a breather. We're gonna build ourselves a welding wall, but then we have to decide where do we move the blueprint in from? There's a couple of different ways we could do this. We could have an arm sort of built into one of these walls here that kind of like swings out and up and then retracts back. Could it sort of like, we would need how many hinges? Let's see. We need a hinge up here so that we can turn the arm forward. We need a piston to move the arm down so that we can get into space. That would act both as its sort of like, if we put it at an angle, it could maybe come like this and then go up. And then we need another hinge over here so we could pivot upwards facing the sky, and then another piston on that so that it would work. That could totally work. We could simplify it a bit by having the hinge be on this block, and then they'd sort of protrude straight outwards. That's just a bit ugly, isn't it? We could have a piston, then a hinge, then another piston, then another hinge, then another piston. That could work. So we could sort of retract it, we could sort of fold it up into the space when it's not in use. It's just so complicated. I'm just so terrified of the physics engine in this game. We've had so many builds lost to Clang already. Okay. Look, well, regardless, I think we have to accept that this lad's moving. He's not making it through. We are not escaping the cycle of samsara with this particular device. And so I'm going to go ahead and stash this in its holding position for now. And this may actually be where it ends up sort of flying in and docking. Is right at this level. I don't think Lucy's opposite. Oh no, Lucy is literally opposite us through that wall, so it can't be on that side. Okay, never mind. Maybe behind the oxygen tanks. This is a hell of a view from right back here. I'm not gonna look. The cheeks they be clapping. Okay, listen, I'm gonna get off here before the demonetization spins up to even higher levels than before. And I guess we gotta start gutting this area over here. Man, that sucks. Okay, c'est la vie. Okay, here comes one of my favorite moments, and I hope we got this on the time-lapse as well, but if you start building a welder wall, you only have to build the first one, and the rest of them kind of build themselves, which I absolutely love. And then they all go, and then as they come up, you just go to the welders, you grab them all, and you turn them all on, and as soon as they get built, they start building the ones next to them too, which is super handy. Oh, but it only works. Oh, I always forget. There is an orientation to it. Like their cone is not perfect. So we gotta have to do the middle ones. I think the rest of them will do themselves. That always gets me. There you go. Now it's kicking off. Okay, cool. So we've got ourselves a welder wall, and now we're draining our batteries very quickly. You love to see it. And if I look at the top view here, this is okay. It's okay. I think I do want to change the way this is laid out. I love having this this central corridor here. I do like it, but it now doesn't really make a ton of sense, right? The whole point of this was that it was kind of it was an escape hangar all the way through. That's why we dug it out, and now it's been floored in. So maybe we want to convert this space to be a bit more industrial. We could put another, maybe on this layer here, we could have a bunch of assemblers and things built into the walls. That could be a way to do it. And I think we'll keep this this central like empty space here, but we might put gratings over it or windows or something, just to kind of like separate the spaces a little bit. Either way, we can probably pull up some of this catwalk. As you know, the Milan may be calling, but it doesn't need to be calling right now, and this can just become like catwalk, like without the railings. Yeah, jury's still out on this particular design. I like it. I do. Well, actually, that's not true. I hate it, which is why the jury's out. I don't know if having this many welders, like, just as a wall is really going to be the long-term aesthetic. But at the same time, like, you know, at a point, you got to just make a decision and roll with it. So I guess for now, just so that this episode can actually exist, we're going to go with this. But bear in mind, my people, this, you know, these builds are in a constant state of flux. I'm constantly changing my mind and adjusting stuff. And I mean, Lucy's been through what, like 3 iterations already. So don't get too attached. I do like playing a bit more sort of iterative. You know, I think it leads to far more interesting designs over time. Sometimes you just strike gold, like with the Schlongmobile over there. But you know, not always. Most of the time, you gotta play with it a bit. You got to play around with it a little bit before it gets to the right shape. You know what I'm talking about?
Giggity. What?
Software House, please don't pull our please don't pull our sponsorship. Nah, they're pretty chill, I think. I think we're very lucky in that they don't actually watch the majority of this content. Keen Software House member, if you are currently watching this video, make yourself known. It's like the police. They got to tell you that they're police, right? That's definitely true. Police. They definitely got to tell you that they're police. Okay, we got this little space back here now. What are we doing with that? Great question. Catwalk. That's my counterpoint. So right now, what's the point of the space? You run up, you run down, you got the server room over here. I do like the idea, I think, of opening this up. We'll put a door here instead, and having this space along the edges there be industrial. So why don't we work on that too, actually? We can open all this up and change the way it's laid out. I think that'll look super cool, and we can have some more catwalk in the run. I do like these pipes, but I think having like active functional machinery is more the speed here. Oh, look at that. We've already got a conveyor connection right over there we can tap into. Okay, now, what are we doing with all this? So, I'd love to have another conveyor in line. And what kind of machinery are we putting up here? That's the real question. I think there's a temptation to just slap some O2 generators, just because they're super useful, and they don't really like take up that much space. You know what I mean? So we could have a couple of O2 generators. We could have these two facing away from each other, kind of like this. I think that's sort of visually interesting enough. I do one like that as well. Then I'd have a door there, which means this would be well served as something else. Maybe just like an endpoint. Yeah. And then what would you be? So you'd have to connect from that side. I mean, just getting an assembler in would be kind of nice. Assembler or two. It would be nice to have some more production speed. And then we can build their modules behind them here. And it'll only have one module, but honestly, I'm okay with that. And I think we'll just give them a speed module each. Right? Gotta go fast and all that. Okay, lovely. There we go. So there's our modules. I think with this setup I've got cooking here, we're gonna need... No, we don't need anything. We put the assembler 1 here, assembler 2 here, and then flip this one to have assembler 3 there. And that's gonna add a lot of production capacity to the space in a very small space. I think that works great. I think that works just great. And then maybe we put some windows on this rather than anything else. Yeah, rather than catwalks down here, we just have some windows. That'll look cool. And definitely not XP. Okay, we've gone past it now. Because if we're going to have like a printer, we're going to want a lot of materials processing very quickly, right? I think it makes perfect sense to do this. All right, so there's our assembler connections. I'd love to have the door sort of right in there, but maybe we don't even need a door. Maybe this does just stay a window. That could work. Like if we gut this, we're going to get a bunch of ice. Yeah, we did. If we gut that and take the ice away. Okay, there's a bit of ice. It was kind of nice having that as a window, wasn't it? So if we just do like a simple steel block there, right? And we have a simple... Do we have a steel block there? Yeah, I think we're going to do something like this. I think we forget the door for the moment. I think we don't worry about that too much. We could get a corner piece in there. There we go, just kind of frame the room a little bit. Let's get, maybe we do get a door. I can't decide. I'm so indecisive today. I don't know what's going on with me. We'd want like a window wall left and a window wall right, if we were going to do it the way I was describing. So we'd have a little window wall like that, right? A little nubbin to look through. And then what would we have over here? We'd have a door over there, right? Wouldn't we? Yes, we would. And we'll do the offset door, which is one of the best things they've added to this game. Okay, lovely. So now you can come down on through there, and that just gives you access to this area. Yeah, okay, and then catwalks. You know it's got to be catwalks. It's all catwalks all the way down. All right, lovely. That works. That works pretty well, I think. I'd say that's functional. Now, if we fall in... Oh, no, I have fallen, and I can get up. Look, I can just walk right over there. Okay, and then do I want to redesign this pit area at top here. Maybe we leave that for the moment. I don't like how abrupt this ending is. I think it would be nicer if this was those decorative pipe blocks. I think that is what we need over there. We could put more assemblers and machines, but no. I think some decoration is in order at all times. But I don't have them on my hotbar right now, so we're going to stop being distracted. We're going to go outside. We're going to finish welding up the edges of the pit. We can't get outside down here anymore. That's a habit I'm going to have to break. Okay, there we go. We've got ourselves a little welding nub sticking out over this rotor. It is locked, and of course we need to share the inertia tensors. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. All of these, I want them sharing inertia tensors with one another, and that has stabilized the grid significantly already. And we want to go ahead and build ourselves this projector. Oh. Little bit of wobble. We want to go ahead and build that projector. And the reason we want to build that projector is because, there we go, we can now print off of these blocks, which is going to be super cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to have like a little sacrificial piece that protrudes out like this, and that's what we're going, and then the rest of it will get sort of pushed up into the welding grid. And what I like to do is I sort of do it a bit like that, so it's like really obvious which bit you cut off is the bit sticking out from the rest of the platform. We got some lights on here. It's pretty basic, but it gets the job done. I like building these little nubs off of these rotors. Okay, so that's going to be our welder. Now we need to set up. It is also significantly easier if you build these control panels. And we'll do a sci-fi one. Why not? It's significantly easier for everyone involved if you just build these control panels like right onto the actual grid. It doesn't let me do it, you cowards. Just make mini versions of all your blocks, Skeen, please. I want to live a small ship life in a big ship world, but you won't let me. You won't let me. Alright, so the reason I do it is because now the projector is highlighted the right color. It just makes it a little bit easier to find. Also, we don't need to see these solar panels. Okay, so this is going to be our BS welding projector. So why don't we print a starfish? Let's see if this thing is like capable of doing what we want it to. So we need to copy the clipboard. There we go. And we're also going to want to make sure we keep projection. That's the important one. Okay, lovely. Now, how's this going to work? Where can we print off of on this ship? I think we're going to have to print it flat and then sort of pull through. So I think we can connect probably to that interior light, inset light over there. I think that's going to be the best thing to build off of. So we're going to have to get creative with this now. Give me the projector. And we're going to have to do some rotations. This is where it's very helpful to have the time-lapse camera, because I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we got to pitch forward a little bit, maybe? No, I think I want to roll. Roll moves it up. Well, that's more in line now. Was it in line? It was kind of in line before. Yaw? Yaw, that's the one. Hell yaw. Okay, so we're going to move like that, and then I guess we want to move up a bit, and then we want to move over. And how close are we here? We got to go back over a touch. We're vertically at the right place. You go right there. Perfect. And I'm actually going to move it up. Let's go like 1, 2, 3 blocks. Just so we've got a little bit of wiggle room. That will work like that. Okay, cool. So, I'm actually going to color code this a different color. This is going to, I'll make that white. That's going to be our cutoff point. And I think that's all we need to do. I think I accidentally welded that myself. Alright, so now how do we do this? Well, we just move upwards. That's it. We move it up to the point where it's basically pushing into the welders. And then we consider that a set point, and then we need to set up some buttons to automate this. Okay, so we're going to reverse the pistons. Okay, that's the max speed. Okay, cool. So we'll lock it there. So now we're pushed right into that one. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So the way you want to do this is you want to extremely slowly drag the projection out of the projector, out of the welders. I typically do like 0.015 speed kind of thing, right? We need a button. It would be nice to have a little platform we can stand on to do this from. I don't love that we've got it on the side here. Could I build a camera into these walls? That would be nice if I could just run it from inside the base. I could print remotely. No, because I built the damn half blocks the wrong way around. Okay, you won't let me place it there because you're a coward. I understand. I get how it is. Man, we've all been pathetic and useless in our lives. I mean, you can try to do it from here, right? If I don't know how much I can pivot these cameras. Camera. Okay, view. Huh? Oh, hold Alt to view. I mean, honestly, it kind of works, right? Like, that's maybe close enough. Okay. So I actually do want to kind of try and do this from within the base. To see if we can we can just run the printers ourselves. It would be nice to have a little viewing platform down there at some point, but for now this will work. And maybe we want to do it from the control room, which is kind of this space right now, right? No, that's the server room. This can be the control room. Yeah. Oh, I hate that. No. I'm gonna go make a little I'm gonna make a little platform for this. This is insane. Okay, where's the thickest piece of asteroid? It's back that way, which means I probably want to have my platform as such over here on this piece. Let's just dig ourselves into the rock a touch. And we're going to make ourselves a little platform we can work off of. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. First Reaver. We're dead? Yeah, I'd say we're dead. Okay, I wonder what it's attacking. Probably one of these ships. They've all got their signals on pretty bright. Turn this off. It might be too late. 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 Turn that off too. He's coming in hot. Okay. Sacrificial starfish. We're getting out of here. Control panel. Oh god, where is it? There. Quickly. Control. Dock. Yeah. Turn it on. Okay, follow me. Follow me. Is he gonna follow me or is he going for the banana stand? Oh shit, the banana stand's on too. Okay, is he coming for me or is he going for it? Oh wait, maybe he's going for the transport? I think he's going for the transport. Hold on. We are in incredible danger right now. Oh no. Oh, he's not going for the banana stand. Oh, he's hunting that other flare. Oh my god, we lived. Oh, the Reavers are here. I thought they were busted. I thought we had free time. I was so wrong. I was so goddamn wrong. Okay. Oh no, I see the bullet tracers. Okay, we gotta turn off all signals. We gotta turn off all signals right now. Every antenna gets shut down. I can't do anything for the mining stations. They're dead. But I can save the base. It's so close to us. We gotta shut down all signals. Banana stand. Oh, it's off. Okay. We have no... Oh, turn off my antenna. Turn off the spectator tab antenna as well. Okay, no antennas on. It might leave us alone. Maybe. Give me the binoculars. I need to see what's going on down there. Okay, they have run off. I couldn't make binoculars. I don't have enough nickel. I think we're safe. It's run off. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna. Oh god, that was scary. Okay. The Reavers are working. Well, we're going to get this quickly finished, and then we're going to pivot all efforts to building those military drones. I guess that just made the decision for us. Forget everything else I said today. What's that, the 5th pivot of the episode? Man, this is content, huh? You guys must love it around here. Really does put into perspective just how much time we've wasted this season. Just kind of like waffling and greebling and building automated mines that we can't fly to because the script doesn't work the way I think it should. All while the existential threat of doom was descending down upon us. It really do be a metaphor for the human condition, don't it, folks? Don't it? Yeah, don't it just. Uh-huh. Yep, love it here. Okay, it's moving again. But that looks like it's moving lateral. I think it's going to go take out that civilian signal. That doesn't look like it's coming straight for us. I'm going to be real with you boys. If that thing blows up this base, I'm done. New season on the way, because I'm not building this again. I'm not safe scumming, and I'm not building this again. So the way Reavers work, and I did know this, and I think I intentionally blanked it from my mind. Again, you know, example of the human condition here. I was... They hunt signals, but they only start spawning after you hit a certain threat factor, which is determined by, like, how much industry, how much stuff you've built on your vessels and your ships. That's kind of the big determiner for it. I think I want to have a little viewport, so I can see the Reaver coming in to blow up all my hard work. It is not hunting me. It is definitely going to go and blow up the iron mine, though. That is 100% what is currently happening. Yep, that's going to go blow up the iron mine. Okay, I was going to put a big old window in here, and then what we're going to have to do is iron mine, rip. It's too late for you, but we can maybe salvage the other ones if we fly out there very quickly. Hello. Love to hear from you. Hate your work.
Keep it up, boys. Keep it up. Yeah, come at me. Come at me. Get in there. Get the clones in there. Clones activate. Oh, damn it. We've almost gotten through that shield.
Okay, I need to fly to my other mines, to Charlie and the others, and hope to God that they survive the winter. Oh, did it? Oh, wait, hold on. It may have killed itself. They do sometimes just kind of fly into the rocks. I am going to turn off the antenna because the antenna were put into place to enable the SAM auto ships, right? Which we're not going to be using. I think it's too dangerous. I think it was a fun little side mission to like learn how that works, but I don't think we want to be broadcasting our position until we can defend it better. There's a bunch of shrapnel. The Reaver might have just... So they have this... I don't know if it's a bug or behavior, because it is very on brand. But they will just fly directly into your base asteroid and just kind of like tunnel their way through to kill you. And by tunnel, I mean they'll fire missiles point blank into their own nose to blow up the rock to get to you. Which is, I mean, that's workplace commitment. You can't take that away from him. If we put a remote control block on these mines, I'd be able to turn them off remotely. And I think that's what we need to do. That's like a guaranteed easy fix, right? Okay, you off. I don't want to lose all this gold to the next Reaver that shows up. Okay, Reavers are now spawning. We have entered phase 2 of this playthrough, and it's going to look very different to phase 1, let me tell you. Okay, you are out of power, which is fine, to be completely honest, because I think you've dug up all the uranium that's ever existed. Excellent. As you can see, I did extend that one for the docking. Okay, where is the iron mine? There it is. Yeah, there's a bunch of shrapnel that's drifted away. See that? It's kind of scattered off into the stars. I have a feeling that that is due to the Reaper smashing itself into the rock. Now, that does not mean... that could also just be our base, right? It could have smashed its antenna and still be floating around there, so we got to be a bit careful coming in here. I don't want to die, if I can help it. Do I have a gun on me? Nope. Okay, there goes my refugee status in the US. Okay, get me over here. Maybe we've got a little bit of hope. I do see debris. There could still be half a Reaver ship floating around here. I gotta be so careful. Oh no, that looks like a solar panel. It might have killed the base. I think it's killed the base. That's a solar panel. Okay, it blew up something. Might as well get that back. Okay, it's blown up. By the look of it, it's blown up my drill head. So it definitely came in that direction. It's taken out the solar array. I don't see it over here. I'm going to turn a corner and eat Gatling fire. I can just feel it. I don't see it down there either. Yeah, it's taken out the whole solar array and the drills. It's gone? Maybe it left us. It's despawned. Okay, what's left? Do we still have the cargo container? I think we do. I think we do, and the base still has power. We still have a dock. So we can still come here and get the iron. Yeah, we still got 600k iron. Okay, cool. So, I mean, a small loss, to be sure, but it could have been worse. It could have been a lot worse. And yeah, I think we need to reconsider our resource gathering methodology. I think the age of the auto mine has ended. I think it is definitely time to pivot directly towards a large mothership that we control. Now, if killing a pirate gives us 50 blocks, killing a reaver should give us 100. They are 16x the terror and 20x the pain. All right, we should turn this off. Yes, we need to turn off the parabolic antenna. Why did the reavers stop attacking? They don't ever do that. Ever. Why have we been spared? Oh god, did it leave to get friends? No, that might actually be a fate worse than death. Oh man, we are really heavily invested in this one location, aren't we? Like, the banana stand is basically our entire value and our worth and our ability to continue this playthrough. Feeling a little bit fast and loose with it. Stacking all the eggs in this particular basket. But oh well. Okay. Cool. It'll work. Okay, can I build this thing here? Yes, I can. Excellent. Okay, there we go. We've got ourselves a command station. We got ourselves some buttons we can work with. I'm gonna turn off all this crud so I can actually see what the hell I'm doing. This UI is so cluttered. Alright, lovely. So standing at the station, I can look around, which I appreciate. Looks like we've got a bit of wobble. I think what we want to do here is we want to set up some controls for each of these blocks. So that's going to be mining station piston. We're going to want a reverse and an extend. And for that, we're going to want to set its values as well. So where is the mining station square piston? Welding wall piston, that's what it's called, sorry. We want to not... we could set the velocity. That could be nice. Well, give it a reverse, and then give it a set velocity. It'd be nice to be able to, like, move it. So I think we want two states, right? So we want, like, a welding state, which for now I'm going to put it at, like, 0.15%. And, yeah, we're going to set that to there, basically. Oh, you know what? Let's go up a little bit. Set velocity, that'll be 0.15. We'll do it there. Okay, so 0.15%, and it's just going to give it that title. Lovely, love that for you. And then I think I'd actually like a get out of dodge one, so we can just move quickly away. I think those two will be the ones we want to work with. So right now, if I set you to 2, okay, and then reverse you, you are imperceptibly moving up. And now you should be imperceptibly moving down. Okay, then I want to get both hinges. So that's the welding wall hinge, the welding arm hinge. So the welding wall hinge will be the first one we'd want to extend. We'd want to reverse that and then have a hinge lock, right? And then the welding arm hinge is the next one. We'd want to reverse that and then have a hinge lock. And right now, I'd like these both to be locked, just for stability. Okay, then, go back on. We'd also like to get some welders on or off. Okay, and there we go. We're welding. They've got a pretty sizable radius. And so now what's going to happen is we're going to slowly but surely start pulling this block out of the wall. And if we're lucky, if I set it up well enough, it'll all get printed. And we of course have to all have the components as well. A nice thing about building it off of a piston head or a rotor head is that you also get charge while it's printing. But unfortunately, gamers, that is the end of our episode for today. I'm completely out of time for this recording, and I need to get this to Magic so that he can get it up for you to view on your lovely Saturday morning. I hope you've all had a wonderful time watching this episode. I've had a ton of fun making it, and Magic and I, as always, will see you in the next one. Cheers, everybody.
You made it to the end of the video. Congratulations and thank you. That puts you in the top 3% of viewers. Here's another video that YouTube thinks you're going to like, and here is a list of all the patron and channel member names. If you don't see yours on there, you can find a link down in the description where you can sign up and support this content directly. If your name is on there, well, you probably already know that, huh? So, what are you still doing here?